Good afternoon all. In the previous class we have studied what is database and what are the advantages of database. So today we are going to study about some of the database concepts. So in database management system, data is stored as tables. And database consists of fields, records and files. So all of you know that what is a table. Table consists of rows and columns. So the column within a table which contains only one type of information is known as field. So if you take a student table and it has columns like name, address, date of birth, phone number, all these are known as field. And row of a table is known as record. Each row or single row of a table is known as record. And set of various fields is called a record. That is the definition of record, set of various fields. And another term is file. File means collection of related records. If a table consists of 5 records, the entire table is known as file. So file is also known as table. So file or table means it is a collection of related records. So this is an example. It is a student table. And how many columns are there? 5 columns. As ID, as name, as age, as class, as section. So these are the different columns, and these columns are known as field. Each column is known as field. And total 5 records are there, or 5 rows are there. Okay, so each row is known as record, and collection of records is known as file or table. Okay, so these are the database concept. So field means column of a table is known as field, and row of a table is known as record. File is also known as table. That table consists of rows and column. Table is known as file, row is known as record, column is known as field, and collection of tables or collection of files is known as database. For example, if you take a school database may consist of tables like student table, teacher table, library, staff, etc. So database means it is a collection of files or collection of tables. So these are the database concepts. Another important thing related with table is primary key. As the name suggests, it is the important one. So this is the definition. Primary key means it is a field. Field means column, which uniquely identifies each record in a table. And these are the different features of primary key. A table can have only one primary key, and the primary key ensures that there is no data duplication in the table, and also it cannot contain null values. We must enter a value for the primary key column. It is a field or column. For example, in a student database, if you take name, we can't consider student name as a primary key because there may be two or more students have the same name, may have the same name. And if you take roll number is different for every student. No two students have the same roll number. So in the student table, we can take roll number as a primary key. So primary key means it is a field which uniquely identifies each record in a table. This is another table, customer. In this table, how many fields are there or how many columns are there? 5. Which are the columns? Customer ID, name, company, phone number and email address. So out of these 5 fields, which will be the primary key? Which field uniquely identifies each customer? The answer is customer ID. Okay, because the customer ID will be different for each customer. So we can consider customer ID as a primary key. Next, we can see some of the DBMS softwares, database management system. So first one, OpenOffice base. It is the DBMS software used in Linux operating system. It is an open source, freely downloaded. And next one, Oracle, FoxPro, SQL and MySQL. All these are the DBMS softwares. So in this chapter we will study about OpenOffice base. Also you know that what is the full form of DBMS? Database Management System. And you can see another term, RDBMS. R stands for relational. Relational means table. In the database management system, the data or information is stored as table, in the table format as rows and columns. So it is also known as relational database management system. Okay, so OpenOffice base, Oracle, SQL, MySQL, FoxPro, all these are the examples for DBMS or RDBMS softwares. Next we can see how to start OpenOffice base. So there are 5 steps. First step, step 1, either you can open it by click on applications, office, then OpenOffice base, or you can open by clicking on the Ubuntu button, then type OpenOffice base in the search bar, then the icon will be appears, so you can click on the icon. So that is step 1. And step 2, so when you click on the icon, a database wizard window will appear like this. So in this window you can see 2 steps. Step 1, select database. Step 2, save and proceed. So in step 1, you want to select create a new database. It is all highlighted here. Okay, so you can opt that option, create a new database. Then you can click on the next button. So when you click on the next button, you can see another window like this. So it already moves to the step 2, save and proceed. So here nothing to do, automatically it will be come like this. So simply you click on the finish button. When you click on the finish button, the save as dialog box appears like this. and in this you want to type the file name. You can type any name. Here I have typed database. If you want to give class 8 database or any other name, you can type in the file name box. After that, click on the save button. So when you click on the save button, this window will be come. So this is the OpenOffice base window. So OpenOffice base window appears with a blank database, and you can see some of the components of this window. At the top you can see the title bar. Title bar consists of database name and also buttons like minimize button, maximize and close button. And near to title bar, the next line you can see menu bar, and it contains various menus like file, edit, view, insert, etc. And in the next line you can see toolbar. It is located below the menu bar and it contains buttons for commonly used commands. Then you can see a database pane. Database pane contains database objects like table, queries, forms and reports. There are 4 database objects. You will study how to create all these. So the first database object is table, second one query, third one form and fourth one report. And the next one you can see the task pane. So when you click on any one of the database object, the corresponding task will be displayed in the task pane, and below the task pane you can see database object preview pane. It shows the preview of the selected database object. If you click on the table, the tables will be listed here, created tables will be listed here, and if you click on the query, the created queries will be displayed. Okay, so you can preview the database object, selected database object in this pane. And at the bottom you can see status bar. So it displays the status of the OpenOffice base window. So these are the different components of OpenOffice base window: title bar, menu bar, toolbar, database pane, task pane, database object preview pane and status bar. So that's all for today. So you want to write these 3 question answers in your notebook. The answers also I have given in this. So thank you.